Good morning. So we are on week 5. I can't believe it's been 5 weeks of making pumpkin recipes. Oh my gosh. So this weekend is Halloween. So happy Halloween. And today we are gonna make some pretzels, soft pretzels. And I have this, okay, so my husband tells me it's really terrible beer. This pumpkin beer. And I do have actual pumpkin puree too. And we are gonna turn all of this into a pretzel and beer cheese dip. So it's a little different, it's fun, just like I said last week, this week was gonna be different. And with that, this is Halloween, so it's technically my last pumpkin video. I do have one more because I had a friend ask me to make it with her, so you'll just have to hang on for one more week of pumpkin. So this one, because it is Halloween, I thought it would be fun to do snacks, something that you could have at a Halloween party or take to a Halloween party. So beer, cheese, pretzels, sounds like a perfect snack for a party. So gotta roll up the sleeves, make the pretzels first. So let's get cooking. All right, so to make the pretzels, I'm using this Pampered Chef Pretzel Dough premix. I'm just gonna follow the instructions on the back and make it exactly as it says. I have had this in my pantry for 3 years from a Pampered Chef party, and I'm just now getting around to using it. So we'll see how this turns out. So the first thing I'm doing is pouring the contents into my bowl, and I'm gonna heat up some water to go in it. It has to be a certain temperature. I think it was 110 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, my water needs to cool down just a little bit. So I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna grab another bowl, and I'm gonna just take a little bit of oil and some paper towel and oil the inside of the bowl so that I can put the dough, the pretzel dough, in it and let it sit for 10 minutes. Okay, so the bowl is oiled, that's being set aside. I'm gonna take the pretzel premix, put it on my mixer with the dough hook, and I'm gonna start adding my water into it until it forms a ball of dough. The next step I'm going to do is take this ball of dough, put it on a floured work surface, and I'm going to start kneading it to make sure that it is nice and smooth and has sort of an elasticity to it. And then I'm going to take my ball of dough and put it in the oiled bowl and set it aside for about 10 minutes. And it's not supposed to rise or double in size. It's just supposed to rest for 10 minutes. While the pretzel dough is resting, I'm going to get the baking soda water ready. So what this is 4 cups of water with 4 tablespoons of baking soda. You bring it to a simmer, and then you dunk each pretzel into it before baking them. And it's supposed to give them that pretzel look, dark on the outside, but still chewy on the inside. So I'm going to let this simmer, and we'll move on to something else right now. So while we're waiting for the pretzel dough and the baking soda water to come to a simmer, I'm gonna get my egg wash ready. So it's 1 egg and a teaspoon of water, and then it's just lightly beaten with a fork. I'm also gonna get a separate pan ready. I'm gonna put a little oil on it and just take a paper towel and wipe it all around. It's just so that when I make each of the pretzels and I set them on here, they don't stick to the pan before I get them into the baking soda bath. All right, so the pretzel dough has been resting for 10 or 20 minutes now. I might have left it a little longer. So I'm gonna flour my work surface. I'm gonna
roll out the dough, and then I'm going to cut it up into little pieces and start shaping it into pretzel shapes. And then I'm going to put it on that oiled pan that I just oiled up that you just saw me do. Anyway, I'm going to start rolling this out and making little pretzels. Once my baking soda water started to simmer, I just turned it off, and now I'm ready to put each of the pretzels into this little baking soda bath. So each one is going to go in for about 10 seconds. Then I'm going to scoop them out, put them on my baking sheet, and just kind of readjust them a little bit and fix them. While I'm doing this, my oven is preheating to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So like I said, I have to just kind of readjust these and fix them because I kind of squished the pretzels while I was scooping them out of the water. So I'm going to just fix them up a little bit. Then I'm going to put the egg wash all over them and sprinkle on some coarse salt. And then they are ready to go into the oven. Okay, so once they go into the oven, they're going to bake for about 10 minutes or just until they all turn golden and brown. Now we're getting to the good part. We're going to make the pumpkin beer cheese. So I'm going to start with about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to melt this down with a half a cup of pumpkin puree and half a block of cream cheese. So I think the cream cheese is like 4 ounces that I'm adding. Okay, so our next step is to add some spices into it. So I'm going to do a little sprinkle of cayenne pepper, some smoked paprika, and some salt and pepper. Okay, I'm then going to add a little splash of milk just so that I can start mixing this and making it all smooth as it melts together. Then I'm going to add a half a cup of sharp cheddar, a half a cup of pepper jack, and a half a cup of gruyere cheese. Mix that all in with half a can of pumpkin beer and a splash, a little bit more of milk. Mix that all up until it is smooth, and then you're gonna just start tasting it to see what else you need to add to get it to a taste that you like. Okay, so after taste testing this a few times, it needs a little bit more pepper jack. I thought it also needed some more sharp cheddar, definitely some more beer in it. So I think I'm now up to 3/4 of the can that I've added into this, and it needs some more cracked pepper. So I'm going to mix that all in and bring it to a simmer again.
Well guys, that's it for today. The cheese sauce turned out amazing. I haven't even taken it off the stove yet because I've been standing here eating it. It turned out so well. Okay, my pretzel's not so well. Oh my god, the cheese dip is so good. Oh, this is a must try. This is excellent. So the pretzels, they turned out okay. I think I probably left them in that baking soda water a little too long. It probably overbaked them a little bit too because I made them smaller. So anyway, it did not, they're just harder than what I wanted them to be. Also, I probably should have put parchment paper on my pan because it all stuck to it. That was a huge pain in the butt to try and get them all off the pan. So besides that, this is amazing. I love it. I'm so glad I made it. Looking forward to eating it all day, just to pick at it. Yeah, so that was week 5 for pumpkins, right? Week 5? Yeah, week 5. So remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and the notification bell. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have been enjoying all these pumpkin recipes and have given some of them a try. And remember, I have one more coming. It's a good one. I'm making this with my friend because she asked me to, and I'm so excited to make a recipe with her. So anyway, I will see you guys all next week for the very last pumpkin recipe. Thanks for watching, guys.